Sisters and brothers, so glad to see you today. And I'm Mindy Arbuckle, and I'm ready to share with you a little bit about the monkey mind. Anybody ever feel like their mind is just a little too much, like it doesn't ever stop? Man, that happens to me a lot, especially when I try to meditate, ironically enough. The mind likes to continue to move, think, process, ruminate, just keep going over and over the same things. And sometimes it's really helpful. It helps us to be able to process. And other times it's really just not very helpful at all. And it's oftentimes quite tricky. And it tends to be very negative and harsh, overly critical for us. And that really isn't helpful. It doesn't help us feel like our best selves. It usually pulls us down and keeps us in a small, limited version of who we really are. And that doesn't serve us, and it doesn't serve the greater world around us. So how do we deal with this? Well, right now we're in the fall season, and what is going on in the fall? There's just so much change happening in the fall, and that's a lot of air energy. Well, how do pretty much all living beings control the air every single day? It's the breath. We breathe. So what if we recognize that the mind is going crazy, and instead of just allowing it to go crazy, we take a moment to just breathe. Take a moment to pause and take a deep breath. Maybe 2 or 3 of those right now as you continue to listen. When we breathe, we bring it into the body, which brings earth to the breath. And that allows us to feel more comfortable in our bodies and embody ourselves rather than living up here in our heads all the time. And so when we can bring earth to it, it allows us to slow the thoughts down. Maybe it's just a micro amount of slowing down, but that can be a vast difference for many of us. Other ways that you can do is to bring water element to it, and that's just to let them flow and to smooth out the flow of the thoughts. Not feeling so erratic and crazy, just inviting in a smooth flow of them, and instead of pushing them away and rejecting them, just allowing them to be there and to process, to flow, but not to get so caught up in them. It's like watching a river flow by. You don't get worried about the water that just passed you. And then also you can bring fire to it. If you bring a little fire to your thoughts, then it helps to burn through the impurities, which are the untrue thoughts. So if you are feeling like your mind is just trying to trick you, it's being really negative and harsh and critical, it loves to do these things in the shadows so nobody else can see all that's going on in there. Well, bring a little fire. The fire not only purifies, but it also brings light to those things. And if you can bring light to what's actually happening in your mind, you're aware of what's going on in there. And when you're aware, you have power to start changing if you choose to. So in this beautiful fall season, allow yourself to enjoy the changeability of the air and to let the air even flow through you. I mean, really, we're mostly space. But let the thoughts be purified and transformed through bringing in just a little bit of different elements. I hope that helps, and I really look forward to hearing about your experiences with your own mind, what challenges you have, and if you have any questions, please feel free to answer or to ask them, and I'll answer any question or comment that is posted in our Facebook group. I so look forward to hearing from you. Many blessings to you. Namaste.